What is going on, y'all? It is Fargassier. Hopefully you're having a great, wonderful day out there in the wasteland. Friends, today we're going to be talking about tips that I wish I knew when I started playing Fallout 76. So for all you new vault dwellers coming into the wastelands of Appalachia today, make sure to have some fun out there in the wasteland sun, and let's get in here and talk about these tips. Now, friends, in you opening up this video, you most likely have been looking for tips in Fallout 76 or build guides. And friends, I'm here to tell you, whether you are a fresh face in Fallout 76 or you are back in the wasteland for the first time in a long time, you do not need to worry about a certain build like bloodied or full health or anything like that until about level 100. Now, the reason for this is because, friends, when you're coming to play Fallout 76, you may have been watching streamers and content creators talk about this build versus this build, but just like The Rock said, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, whatever build you have fun with the most, that's what you should be focusing on. And now, friends, when you start playing this video game, you are going to be starting out in your room inside of Vault 76, and you're going to see a guitar and a bed there in the room. And friends, make sure to play the guitar, because after about 15 to 30 seconds, you are going to get an AP refresh. And if you sleep in the bed for about 15 to 30 seconds, you are going to get a little bit more XP, a 5% XP bonus before you even leave the room. And now, friends, when you're leaving Vault 76, headed into the wastelands of Appalachia, you're going to have a question asked to you, whether you would like to go into the wasteland with a level 2 character, or if you'd like to go into the wasteland with a level 20 character. Now, if you'd like to leave the vault in the most traditional way, friends, make sure to pick the level 2 start. But before you do that, look over at the level 20 start and check out the perk cards on those builds, because, friends, they are some great perk cards to put in your memory, as that you need to put them into your build as soon as possible. But friends, if you start off with a level 20 build, that is no problem at all. These are great builds for a starter build out there in the wastelands of Appalachia. Now, as soon as you're able to, friends, I want you to open up your settings menu so you can customize your experience in Fallout 76. The first setting that I want you to take a look at is under game, and this is going to be pacifist mode. It should be turned on if you're looking to have more of a PvE experience, but if you're looking for a PvP experience, turn this off. And also, friends, remember, the workshops in Fallout 76 are PvP zones, so if you go to claim that location, other players can come in to contest it. Next up, friends, we're going to go into display, and you will notice here that there is an option for camera shake. I suggest you turning off camera shake as well, friends, to turn on the show damage numbers in adventure mode, because this way you're going to see your DPS. And also, friends, you can change your Pip-Boy color and your Quick-Boy color, because, friends, this is going to affect the light that shines from your Pip-Boy in dark areas. Now, just mere moments after exiting the vault, friends, you are going to see a red container if you go down the path of the quest line, and there are going to be two individuals standing next to this red crate. But, friends, look inside of that red crate, because things can spawn in from the game, but these are called donation boxes, and this is where other players out there in the wasteland can put items for new players or just wanting to give these items away. And now these are scattered all through Appalachia, and friends, there are other locations where players will put items. The red container at the Nuka Wardle tour, next to Chloe the Clown, next to the crafting stations, and as well at the train stations like White Spring train station. As you look in the cigarette container or the travel suitcases, you may find items left by other players, so feel free to take those. No one is going to miss them, because we put them in there for other players to take. Now, friends, I want to talk about why you should be joining public teams in Fallout 76. And in joining Fallout 76 public teams, this does not mean that you're going to have to follow your team leader around, interact with your teammates at all, because, friends, in joining public teams, you are going to be building a bond with your teammates and yourself, and this is going to benefit them and you. And now, friends, there are two public teams that are very specialized, and where if you join this team, they will want you to join into their location. That is the expeditions and daily ops. And friends, that is going to give you bonus XP for completing the expeditions and the daily ops. So if you're not going to do a daily ops and you're not looking to run expeditions, don't join these two teams. Now, friends, the rest of the public teams are very general, and they will help you out either raising your special stats or giving you some bonus XP for completing events. We've got role play that'll give you more charisma, the events team, which will give you a bonus XP for completing events, the exploration, which will give you bonus endurance. But by far the most common team you'll see out there in the wastelands of Appalachia is the casual team, because this will give you bonus intellect. Now, it's absolutely amazing in Fallout 76 that you can join a public team to raise your special stats or to get bonus XP from completing expeditions, daily ops, or events. But friends, did you know that you can actually fast travel to your friends or your team members for free, and your teammates' camps for free, which means that you can unlock specific locations in Fallout 76 for free, so you don't have to worry about fast traveling there when you don't have any caps. Now, while exploring Appalachia, you'll notice a notification pop up every 15 to 20 minutes on the right-hand side of the screen. This is for a world event notifications, and you can also find this information when you open your map and look on the bottom left-hand side. And joining into these world events is a great way to make XP caps, and potentially if there are legendary creatures that a legendary piece of armor or a weapon will drop. And friends, if these world events have an exclamation point on them, you will earn treasury notes and legendary cores. Now friends, in playing Fallout 76, you may not notice these world event notifications because the right side of your screen is absolutely covered up with missions and other miscellaneous stuff that the game wants you to do while exploring Appalachia. But friends, all you have to do is open up your Pip-Boy, go into data, and this is where you can turn off those missions so you can declutter the right side of your screen a little bit and focus more on specific tasks that you want to do out there in the wastelands of Appalachia. Now friends, if I was going to suggest a loadout for a new player in Fallout 76, I would choose the one that I always build every time that I start a new character in Fallout 76, and I consider this character a loot goblin because we are picking up not damage dealing cards right off the bat. We are picking up cards that are going to significantly make items weigh less in your inventory. And friends, you want to do this because it's going to take a lot of junk to either build or to repair the armor or weapon that you're using, and you're also going to have to use this junk to build your camp. And friends, once you have your camp built, you can actually put up a vendor and you can sell this excess junk that you're not using at the time to make some caps out there in the wasteland. And now look, the developers know that you're going to be needing a lot of junk in Fallout 76, so there are many weight modification cards that are in the game, but there are some basic ones that as you're leveling up that I want you to keep an eye out for. The first one being travel and pharmacy, and it is in strength, and it's going to help your meds weigh significantly less. Then friends, through hiker is in agility, and it's going to save you a lot of weight on your water, alcohol, and food. Another great perk card in the strength category is called Pack Rat, and now this is going to help your junk weigh significantly less as well. And now friends, if you're looking for some helpful websites to use in Fallout 76, we actually made a video going over helpful websites that every Fallout 76 player should know. We'll have that linked in the description below and also at the tail end of the video. But friends, if you're looking for some builds from other Vault Dwellers, make sure to check out nukesdragons.com. We'll have that in the link as well below. Y'all, it is an amazing website that I think every Vault Dweller should definitely check out. And now friends, this is a big PSA for new players and a huge reminder for older Vault Dwellers out there in the wasteland. Friends, make sure when you're carrying your junk on you through your adventures in Appalachia that you are stashing that before you go to a player camp or you get into a big fight. Because friends, if you get into a big fight outside of an event or you visit a player camp and it turns into be a trap camp, that means that when you die outside of an event, you are going to drop your junk. So if you just took out the Scorch Beast Queen, that means that the stable flux that was in your inventory is going to drop to the ground, and it is going to be picked up by some Vault Dweller out there in the wasteland. So in summary, stash your junk, friends, because you don't want to lose that 1,000 steel that you just got from doing an eviction notice and scrapping every single one of those miniguns with the intellect perk card scrapper on. Now, through your journeys in Fallout 76, you will see so many amazing sites, but friends, there are 3 specific type of locations that I want you to go to make sure that you are making the most of your time in Fallout 76 with exploring and finding new locations. This first location, friends, is the train stations around Appalachia because, friends, not only does it have a vendor, a legendary exchange machine that we'll get into later on, but friends, it also has a map, and when you go up to this map, you'll see pins on the map, and you can interact with these pins to find other train stations located around Appalachia. The next spot is called Relay Towers, friends, and on the quest line for the Wastelanders, you are going to be pushed to a relay tower, and just like the train station, if you look inside, you'll see a map with some pins in it, and you can interact with those, and you can learn these locations. Next up, friends, we have watchtowers, and these locations are absolutely gorgeous. They have great scenic views over the wastelands, and friends, once you get up to the top of the watchtower, you can look over the side of the railing, and you can interact with it, and you will have a bunch of new locations found on your map. So just open up your map. You can't fast travel to these locations. They are grayed out, but at least you can put a map marker there and go on a journey to find this location. And now, friends, in talking about the legendary exchange machine at train stations in Fallout 76, I think it's time for us to talk about how to make legendary items or how to find legendary items out there in Fallout 76 and what are you going to be doing with them. And now, friends, in walking up to interact with this machine, you are going to be able to turn in legendary items that you either bought from player vendors found in Fallout 76 or crafted for yourself, and this is going to give you a currency called script. Now, friends, with this currency, you have one place that you can spend this, and that is over with the purveyor at the Rusty Pick over in the Ash Heap. Now, friends, you can buy a lot of different items from the purveyor, like vault steel, modules. You can even take a gamble and open what you could call a loot box for a set amount of script, and sometimes in Fallout 76, there is a legendary purveyor sale where it costs less to take an RNG chance to see what you can earn from your loot table. And now, friends, if you're looking to craft legendary items in Fallout 76, you are going to need a few things. First off, you're going to need the plan to know how to craft that weapon or that armor piece. Then you're going to need to buy modules from the purveyor, and also, friends, you're going to need to do world events to earn legendary cores from these events in Fallout 76. And now, friends, this is something that I absolutely wish that I knew when I started my first character in Fallout 76. You see, there are plenty of plans in Fallout 76 that are unlearned by the Vault Dweller. And friends, you don't have to learn every single weapon or piece of armor, because this is going to directly affect your knowledge and your loot pool. You see, your loot pool is the RNG chance that when you take out a legendary creature, it is going to cycle either between an armor piece, a power armor piece, or a weapon. And friends, if you learn something that you're never going to use, there is a RNG chance that you are going to get a God Roll, which is a weapon that is highly sought after by other Vault Dwellers, on that weapon when it could have been a weapon that you absolutely use every day out there in the wasteland. So what I'm suggesting, friends, is that you collect this knowledge and put it into your stash box, because, friends, that way when you have a little bit more of a game knowledge and handle on what you want to use in Fallout 76, you are setting yourself up for a better success chance at getting an RNG great weapon, a great piece of armor, or a great piece of power armor. Now, back in the day when the Wastelander DLC got introduced to Fallout 76, Vault Dwellers were introduced to a new currency called Gold Bullion. And friends, the way you get Gold Bullion is by turning in treasury notes that you get from doing world events with exclamation marks on them and turning them in at a gold exchange machine like at the White Spring Mall or over at Foundation. Now, there are Gold Bullion vendors around Appalachia that you can speak to and spend this currency with, but they are tied sometimes to a reputation status like the Raiders and the Settlers. Now, if I was you, I would be finding the Raiders at Crater and the Settlers at Foundation as soon as possible, friends, to work on that reputation with those factions, because it takes a very long time to reach ally status and be able to buy everything with Gold Bullion from these factions. But friends, we just worked on a collaboration video with Duchess Flame on the ultimate guide for Settler and Raider reputation in Fallout 76, so make sure to check this out. We'll have this linked in the description below. And since then, Vault Dwellers have been introduced to a new currency as well, introduced with the Pit DLC. When Expeditions got introduced to Fallout 76, friends, we're talking about stamps, and these can be earned from running expeditions by yourself or with friends. And now, to lead expeditions, you're going to have to travel to the White Spring Refuge and talk to Orlando, and they are going to send you on a quest line to talk to the responders and do their quest line. And friends, then you'll be able to lead your own expeditions. Now, one great thing about leading your own expeditions is if you're an achievement hunter, this is going to help you get all of the achievements for Fallout 76. Now, Vault Dwellers, if you're looking to spend those stamps, you're going to want to go talk to Giuseppe at the White Spring Refuge. What you're going to do is, once you load into the instance, you're going to take a right and then look for the stage, and Giuseppe will be behind the stage, and they have a lot of plans available for purchase for stamps. Now, friends, in Fallout 76, there is something called contextual ammo, and how this works is as you are looting ammo boxes and enemies that you have helped take out or that have been taken out by your teammates on that public team and you were close to them, the weapon that you are using, you are going to find predominantly that ammo on that enemy or in that ammo box. Now, friends, this does not apply to people using a melee weapon at the time. That is going to be a scattered bit of ballistic ammo and even some energy ammo. But friends, things that you won't find on enemy creatures or in ammo boxes is things like plasma cores or fusion cores. Now, I know we talked about workshops being PvP zones earlier, but friends, do not be afraid to take these spots because they are essential to every Vault Dweller out there in the Wasteland. Even with over 2,000 hours in the game, I'm still claiming workshops, whether it be on a public server or a private server. And now the reason that you want to capture these workshops is because, friends, you're going to get materials and you're going to get plans in capturing and defending these locations, but each workshop has a specific material that you can gather by putting down a resource gatherer. Now, you may have built a camp in Fallout 76 and put your vendor up with some items and looking to make some sales, but no one's been by your camp yet. Well, friends, make make sure to check that your public icon for your camp is turned on, because by default it is turned off. It was over 500 hours in the game until I learned this fact. I even made a short about it, and y'all, it is absolutely one of those things that you should make sure to open up your map, go to your camp, click on it, and then look at your public icon and make sure that it says on, and then it has circles going out from around your camp. Now, friends, make sure you're having fun in Fallout 76, because at the end of the day, we are playing a video game, and there is so much information to soak in and so much information to learn. Even with over 2,000 hours in this video game, I am still learning something every day. So if I can leave you with just one more tip, friends, learn something new every day. Be respectful to other vault dwellers out there in the wasteland. Just have some fun, y'all, in the wasteland, son. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to check this video out. Seriously, thanks so much to the channel members for the continued support. And friends, like I said before, if you hadn't seen this video talking about the great websites that every Fallout 76 player should know, make sure to check this video out. Y'all have a great and wonderful day out there in the wasteland. Peace. Love you.